Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 88. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. This is HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Second appearance on the podcast from my special guest in the building this week. Introduce yourself to the audience.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's your girl Barbie from Let Me Touch You podcast. Happy to be here again.
Ha ha. Apparently, I'm the only one she's recording with right now. Now,
yes, you are. You're special to me.
Copy that. We're going to hit the rundown now. E-Block Radio Network every Monday, 2 p.m. on the E-Block Radio Network. Tuesdays, 2 p.m. GFT Radio Network. Wednesdays, 216 The Blend, 12 o'clock midnight. It's 8 a.m., 8 p.m. They love me over there. 3 times they playing me. Thursdays is WTNUphilly.com. Every 12:30 on Thursdays, WTNUphilly.com. I Say Podcast Radio Network every Friday at 10 a.m. THC Media every Saturday at 10 a.m. Sundays are wide open West Coast. What's up, y'all? We need to get something out on the West Coast. California love. What's up? I got niggas out there. I need a station, y'all. What's up? H2H Cleaning is my cleaning company. H2H Cleaning at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. Plumbing, roofing, HVACs, cleanups, cleanouts, flooring, carpeting, you name it, we can make it happen. It's a tri-state area situation, but if Barb needs something out there in NY done, I will slide. We will make that happen.
Appreciate that.
Now, Custom Hustle is the name of my clothing line. Is at Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter, custom jerseys, jackets, sweatsuits, t-shirts. You can get your logo on your name or whatever you want on your sweatsuit. It will cost you extra. But other than that, you can get a nice, very beautiful Custom Hustle logo on your sweatsuit, your hoodie, sweatpants, however you want to make that situation happen. The jackets you design yourself, the jerseys you pretty much design yourself. However you need it customized, we can make it happen. And yes, we have the baby situations and the children locked and loaded for all of those things. Now, episode 88. Barb, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is a parenting break? People have been talking about this shit all the time. Like, I need a break from these kids. I got to get away from this. I have no idea what the fuck they are talking about. So please, if you could explain or elaborate or help me out with this, what is a parenting break?
I'm going to tell you what I fantasize about a parenting break because I don't know what the heck it is either. I'm with my kids 24/7. My oldest is 18. I've never gotten a break. Long story short, I've never gotten a break. So what I do fantasize, and I'll say for the past 5 years, I've been planning this and haven't done it yet, is to rent a room for a weekend, have some wine, order some food, watch some Law and Order, some gangster movies, and just eat, sleep, drink, and enjoy alone time with no one saying mommy, no one saying I'm hungry, no one, what are you doing? What are you watching? I love my kids, guys. I have 4 kids. I love them dearly. But to me, that is what a break would be. But is that ever going to happen? I don't think so.
If you disappear for a weekend and leave an 18-year-old with the crib, what do you think it's going to look like when you get back?
It's going to look crazy. And right now, even if I wanted to do it, my 18-year-old just moved to Buffalo for college, so I can't even do that. But if he were here and if I was to do it, yeah, I'll come back to a disaster. Yeah.
All right. So the better question to kind of ask here should have been, should we have a parenting break? Because I'm not really sure what the hell this parenting break situation is. Like, you don't get a break. Your mom didn't get a break. Your grandmom didn't get a break. There are no breaks to be gotten. Guess what you signed up for when you decided to have it raw? You decided to sign up for a lifetime of, Mom, what you doing? Dad, can I? Look, I can jump. I can spin. I can twirl. What you watching? What you eating? Why are you thinking? Why is it quiet? You decided to sign up for all of those things when you decided to have kids. There is no break from it. There's no walking away from this. Like, you get to walk away and get your break when you go to the bathroom if you lock the door. Because if you don't, they coming in. If you don't lock the door, they're coming in. I said lock the door. You just closed it or left it open. You was asking for it. But when you're making your commute to and from work, that is the you time that you got. So if you know if I make a left over here, I can get stuck in 20 minutes of traffic. You need to be making that left so that you can get that 20 minutes to your damn self. You don't take the fastest route home because guess what happens when you get there? You got homework to do like you're back in the 3rd grade. Okay, you got probably a science project. You got to make dinner. And if you got a significant other, then yeah, we got to get sexy. Like, so there is no break. Like, I don't know
You
why
sound
people
like my
keep saying
mom.
this. I don't know
My
why people
mom
keep
says that
saying this shit, man.
because I'm not gonna lie. I do say it all the time. I need a break, and it's not necessarily like a break from the kids only. It's more for my mental health. Sometimes you just need a breather, like no one talking to you. Sometimes you just, even it's just if it's only for an hour, to sit in silence, to gather my thoughts. I'm satisfied with that. But realistically, like you said, we decided to have kids. They're our responsibility. We can't depend on anyone to sit here and pick them up just so we can get this break that we feel we need.
This is the thing that we, because we don't accept the circumstances that we have. Now, the only people who are obligated to these children are the mom and the dad. Grandmom is not obligated to keep them every day. Auntie or whoever is watching them are not obligated to keep them every day or every other
Mm-hmm.
day or for 6 hours or whatever, or like you said, just so I can get an hour of quiet. When you decided to have them, you decided that noise and shit being the way that I don't want it to be is what I'm signing up for. That's the thing that like we just can't accept, and I don't know why we can't accept it. Like I always tell, like I ain't never got a problem taking my kids. I never got a problem sitting here with them. Sure, I don't want to watch Cocomelon again. Sure, I don't want to watch Bubble Guppies again. Sure, I shouldn't know these songs, but I know them. But
Yep.
that's what I signed up for. That's what I agreed to. That was the fine print in the contract that you didn't read. Like you
Yeah.
have a
So,
you have a few years here where it ain't about you.
yeah,
And you have to accept that. And if you can't accept that it ain't about you, then you gonna have a problem with this shit forever.
not even a few years. Like from the moment you become a parent, that's it. Because no matter how
Well,
old
yeah,
the
you
kids
never
are,
be yeah, you because copy, you never stop being a parent. But once you get to like you said, even then it's just different now because like you said, he's 18 and went off to college now. It's a different worry because now I can't
yeah.
see you. Now I don't know what you're doing. Now that's a different type of anxiety or worry than just, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, they're going off to daycare type of thing. But
Yep.
once you have them and send them out into the world, like the first couple of years, it's all about shaping their mind and molding them and making them into a decent little person and
Mm-hmm.
dealing with all of the bullshit that goes with it. But
Yeah.
once they get a certain age, it's like, okay, he could watch himself. She could sit in here by herself. Like, now I can breathe. Now I can get that hour. But like I said, you want that hour? Drive the long way home. Like,
Or what I would say if you're, in a relationship, if you were your significant other, work something out. Have a schedule. If this weekend you want to go out with the guys, go ahead, go out with the guys. I'll stay home with the kids. That way you can have your you time. Next weekend, I'll go out with the girls. Have at least one weekend for you. That way you won't get overwhelmed. Why are you
I
looking like that?
understand.
It
I
sounds good, but it's not realistic.
it's a girl. Sounds beautiful. One thing we know is communication is how any relationship works. That
Yeah.
there is the relationship between two dogs is communication. All right.
Hmm.
The problem in them situations be we all make the selfish decision. It's easy for us to say, like, all right, on the 15th, I'm going out, on the 22nd, you going out. Until you start to get out that damn door on the 22nd. And now I ain't going nowhere. Now I'm stuck in the house with these kids. Now either he or she, because let's not just make this a she thing, niggas do this too,
Hmm.
where now we're gonna start a whole argument. And now you're gonna keep calling me while I'm out having my me time. I didn't call you last week. I let you do you. Now you want to keep trying to interrupt mine. Now you want to keep having an argument. Now you want to keep making it something else. Or you went out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then got
Now
mad
that's
that I
too
asked
much.
you. Yes, but some people, when you're making the selfish decision, and again, it's not accepting the circumstances that you have. You signed up for this. Like,
Yeah.
this is the decision that you made. This is the
Yeah.
fine print on the contract that you just didn't read, but this is what it is.
And at the end of the day, like we both sat here and had these kids. For me, for example, I'm a single mom. I do everything alone for all four of my kids. I'm one that I don't like needing anyone. So I can be going crazy with my kids and I will not ask for help, right? But lately it's been so much because, like you said, Now that my oldest is over there, it's a different anxiety that I'm dealing with. So I'm dealing with an 18-year-old that's out in Buffalo on his own, a 14-year-old that just started high school, that he never took public transportation before he has to take public transportation to get to school, and the
That's a
twins
whole
that are
nother
7.
anxiety.
Yeah, and out here in New York, like every day somebody's getting killed in the train station. So I'm dealing with all these 3 stages at once, plus my personal stuff. So the other day, I honestly like pushed my pride to the side and I called the twins' father and I was like, I need your help. And he
Excuse
stood
my mom
quiet,
for
like
screaming in the background. She's very hyper.
he was like, and he looked at me like, because we were on a FaceTime call. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm overwhelmed." I was like, and it's not fair that once again, because the boys have a different father, the twins have a separate father. I said, it's not fair that once again I'm putting all of this on my plate to avoid feeling vulnerable. I said, this time around, I'm not going to do it. I said, I need you to be present fully. This might sound messed up. You can have your opinion on it. Everybody else can as well. But I was like, you're either going to be there fully or I'm not going to let you be there at all. I don't need no part-time dad. So it's either you in or you out. And like, he's so quiet. And he was like, you know what? You're right. He's like, starting next week, let's see, guys. Let's see this week. I'll give you an update. He's like, starting next week, I'll help you. I'll pick them up. I'll pick them up from school, take them to you, and on Saturdays, I'll pick them up for a couple of hours. I was like, all right, I'm good with that. Let's see.
So the thing there, it's not even like it's not even like a personal attack on your situation because we don't want to give our whole life stories on these. Let's leave some mystery.
Mm-hmm.
The situation in some of these be that either the guy or the girl can't accept whoever's like the one that, like you said, I'm the primary caregiver for our kids. I remember growing up, my cousin had his kids. He had his, what it was, 4 of them. He had the kids when mom left. So like the
Mm-hmm.
situations work out both ways where people will be like, I can't accept the fact that you get to walk in and out of here whenever you want, but I can't. And it's one of those things where we both know that it's wrong that he's doing it or that she's doing it. So if we both do it, don't the kids lose? Isn't it ultimately
Exactly.
all about the kids being in the best space? The kids turning out to be better than I am. The kids being set up to be able to be off in college by yourself, on the subway by yourself, going to school. And like, it's all about what's best for them. And the problem
Mm-hmm.
that we get in these situations is if we both don't understand that, or if we're both not living that, we can both understand it and still just say, oh, well, I'm doing whatever I want anyway. That'd be the problem. The problem, like, we gotta again, it's always about accepting the situation that you have. Once you accept the circumstances for what they are, then you will be doing a lot better with that situation. Now, to what you're saying is, like I said, I don't know what Kim said, like what that is, but it's
Yeah.
one thing to people always like tense up on is when they ask you, "Are you okay?" and you say no.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time somebody asks you, the first thing people always say, "Hey, what's up?" I'm doing terrible. How you been? Bad. It,
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean bad? You supposed to just say yeah and we moved on. That's like a
Yeah.
transition. That's like just a
Mm-hmm.
transition thing. Like you're not supposed to be doing bad. It's one thing I always tell people about. Not to make it doom and gloom, but I'm not afraid of death type of guy. My dad passed, and I told people that whole because Muslims janazas happen in 2-3 days later. So when people say, "Oh, how you doing?" Terrible, and I don't want to talk about it. That
Yeah.
shuts everybody down from asking you anything about this because they
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to handle this now.
Yep.
So now, like you said, I'm having a spot where, like, yeah, you can get overwhelmed. Shit can be too much, and you could just be like, "Damn, I just need to take a deep breath." Like you said, I just need 10 minutes of quiet. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes dealing with these kids or dealing even in a relationship, like it's just never quiet. And right
Yeah.
now, I just needed to be quiet. So if you tell this motherfucker, "Yo, I need you to step up and do your part," I don't even need you to do the whole part. I just need you to do something because you're not doing
Yes.
anything right.
Yeah, because I work from home. So in the mornings, what I do is in order to get the twins to school in time and get back to clock in time, I have to take cabs. Take a cab to drop them off to school, same cab, I come back. And then in the afternoon, my sister picks them up, and then I'll have to take a cab to go to her house to pick them up when he can easily pick them up from school and bring them to me. So if you can help a little bit, help. I shouldn't have to tell you to do that. But since
It,
you're the type of person that needs the guidance, I'm going to guide you and tell you I need you to do this. When it comes to your Saturdays being off, only a couple hours. That's all I need. And me telling him, explain it, because I know some of the guys must be like, she's bugging. You're either in or you're not. Consistency is key. The same way us as adults, we need consistency. The kids deserve it as well. Because the twins, I have a boy and a girl, especially girls. I don't need my daughter to think that it's okay for a man to be flip floppy in her life. A lot of our relationships for
Not at
females,
all.
we built it on our experience with our dads. And then
Because
the
that's the
boys to
first
build it.
person. That's the person
Yeah,
who's supposed to show you what love looks like. That's a
exactly. The
whole.
other
That's a
day,
whole nother. That's a whole nother topic because like that
yeah,
be my thing. I got two daughters, so it's like the example that I'm supposed to set. The bad part be when you know, like, damn, your mom and your dad really was doing a good job with you, and you just ain't shit as a child. Like
yeah, that's a whole different story. Like, you
that'd be
just
like,
chose not to be
damn. So
shit.
like you like, yeah, like I was talking about this to somebody the other day. It's like, yo, his mom is a nurse, his dad own a construction company, and you got a pound of weed. What are you doing? Like, you don't need to be hustling. What are you doing?
Yeah, he
Like,
wanted to be the rep. He wanted to be the rebel.
yeah, but your situation ain't that. Again, it's not accepting your circumstances. Accept the fact that your shit was cool and that your shit wasn't bad like your
Yeah.
cousins or like your homie. Like, accept the fact that shit is cool. It's cool for shit to be cool. That'd be one thing that
Mhm.
we can't never get to too. Like, it's cool for things not to be chaotic. It's cool for things to just run smoothly. It's cool for us to be happy. Like,
But sometimes that's so not normal to us that when we get a little bit of it, we don't know how to act with it, and we tend to mess it up.
again, we go off topic because this is a whole nother
Yeah.
discussion. But you saying you stay tuned.
Okay.
Barb's only
So
recording.
back.
She's only recording with me right now. So you know what I'm saying we can be able to dive back into these other things later on.
Yeah, we definitely will. But back to needing the space, right? Another advice that I would give people is talk to your kids. Kids, they are little people that understand. If I'm overwhelmed and the kids are, mommy this, mommy that, I tell my kids, listen, I need a break. I need a minute. I need you to go to your room, watch TV. I need to just sit here alone for a couple of minutes. And once I'm better, I'll call you and I'll let you know when you can come back. We can finish the conversation. And they're good. My twins are 7. Ever since they were like maybe 4, I started doing that with them because, again, it was only me. I couldn't call daddy or call, like you said, my mother. It's not her responsibility. So I had to make it work. And the best way to do it was to have that open line of communication with my kids. All 4 of my kids know I suffer from depression. When I'm feeling down and out, they already know. They'd be like, Mommy's not feeling good today. Let's leave her alone. Communication is key. If you want things to work, you got to communicate.
It's crazy you just took it here, and this is what I was about to say. This I don't want nobody to listen to this episode and be like you said, I got a problem with depression, or some people are just more emotional than others. They're more susceptible to lean toward their emotions of like I'm overwhelmed and like I can't catch my breath type of thing. Some people is
Hmm.
just like I can sweep it all under the rug. I can deal with it. I can deal with it. And I don't want nobody to hear this and be like, what we're saying here is just like push down all of your like suppress all of the shit that's bothering you in this situation when like you said it gets to be too much and all of that. Find ways to give yourself wins is what I'm saying in this
Hmm.
situation. Like I said, if you go left instead of right on your way home, it's going to give you another 20 minutes. Take that 20 minutes. you
Yeah.
know when you go to the bathroom, like, lock the door. Okay.
I have
when
to
you
start
go
doing that. I never lock it.
when you go take your shower, don't be in there taking, unless you got like a baby, a little infant where you got to take the quick joint just to get in and out and get it done. Stand there and let the water hit yourself for a minute. These are your moments to yourself. This is your time to yourself. Your time to yourself ain't going to be you get to go to the bar like you get to go to the bar and have 3 drinks, or like you said, I get to spend the weekend at the spa or at the hotel
Hmm.
watching all the 6 shows on my DVR that I never got to. That's not the
Hmm.
situation that we all have. That's not the situation that we all get presented. Because like you said, I got 4 kids. Like I said, my cousin, he had 4 of his kids. So it ain't gonna be a situation where every day you gonna get that time to yourself, but that commute is your time. Take advantage of it. Turn the radio off and just have some silence. Pull the
Yeah.
fuck over and just sit there for a minute. Like walk
Mhm.
instead of, like you said, you take the cab. I'm gonna just walk today because it's nice and I'm chilling. Like you
Yeah, I
get
wish I
those.
could walk
I
because the
mean, yeah,
cab
some
ride
people, yeah,
sometimes is too
yeah,
fast.
yeah. It was just some of
Mhm.
them situations be if you're going 12 miles across town, then yeah, don't listen to that. But
Mhm.
yeah, like you got a chance to have these small wins, but as long as you continue to fight the circumstances that you have, then you will forever have this problem. If you don't accept that this is what the hell it is, and I got to find a way to adjust to it because it ain't gonna adjust to me.
Exactly. Or another simple thing you could do is put the kids to bed a little earlier. You stay up a little more later.
My daughter
Watch
ain't going to
TV
bed.
or set your alarm an hour earlier before the
We
time
will
you
be
normally wake up the kids.
we will
That
be
could
in
be
a fist fight till 1 in the morning. She ain't
or
going down easy.
setting the alarm an hour earlier than you usually wake up the kids. If you usually wake up the kids by 6, make sure you're up an hour before that. You could take your nice long bubble bath, enjoy your coffee without rushing to, get the kids ready for school. Do time management is another thing. Manage your time properly. That way you can have some sort of free time for you throughout the day. Like you said, you just got to make it work.
Yeah, like I said, you got to take those small wins. Them small wins all add up to the win that you was looking to get. They all look to get to that
Hmm.
same result. But like I said, it's not going to be I'm at happy hour on Thursday and Friday. I'm at two
I
for
wish.
twenties on. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the 2 for 20 on Tuesday. It's not the way that this is working. If that's what you wanted to
Hmm.
do, then you should have strapped up that night that you went in there with that nigga.
Listen, Friday night, my friends were calling me. They were FaceTiming me. They were all at the bar together. They're like, yo, B, come on, we'll pay for your Uber. I wanted to cry. I was like, I can't go. My oldest son, my 14-year-old, he stood over my mother's house. So what was I going to do? Like at 11 o'clock, wake up the twins and be like, Mom, you want to babysit for a couple hours? No. I stood home, poured myself some Henny with some passion fruit juice, and I just started watching the basketball game. You know, made it work for me. I enjoyed my night that way.
That's why I'm saying you take them small wins when you got them. All right, bet I got one of these little niggas out of the crib. Bet that's one down.
Yeah. And also, another thing is if you're feeling overwhelmed where you're feeling like, you just can't do it anymore, because I've had my moments where I'll sit and cry. You shouldn't let it get to that point. If you do have someone that you can count on, it doesn't hurt to ask for help. Ask for it. The most you might get is a no. I know it might bother you that you're going to get a no, but you have to remember they're not obligated to do these things for you. But if you need an hour, half an hour, you have someone that doesn't live too far from you, a close friend, relative that you trust for your children, give them a call and be like, listen, I need a breather, just an hour. You think you can hold down the kids? If they say yeah, great. If they say no, you have to understand.
The thing about that is though, this is how I always look at all of that. What's the worst thing somebody gonna say to you? No?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't. How many nights did you go out and like, damn, it just ain't hitting for me tonight? I done cracked them 20 of them and ain't get nothing. It happens sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
what's the worst that they gonna tell you? No? Like they're
Yeah.
not gonna ruin my life. They're not gonna ruin my whole situation. I'm not gonna kill my confidence. They're not gonna make me not ask the next person and the next one and the next one. But like you just said, in this whole situation when you're dealing with your kids, it be them trust situations of I can't let my kid go over y'all house. It be too like you got too many girlfriends, you got too many
Mm-hmm.
boyfriends, y'all got too many uncles coming through there, like
Yeah.
for my liking.
If it's not my mom or my sister or their father, I'll stay home with the kids. Yesterday,
Yeah, we got
my two
we got
boys decided
grandma
to
and
stay with
aunts.
my mom. The two boys decided to stay with my mom, and my daughter came home with me. If I wanted to, my mom would have been willing and able to babysit. She would have stayed with my daughter too. But what I did, I was like, come on, Emma, it's gonna be girls' night. We painted some pumpkins. We watched some movies that she wanted to watch. We ordered Wendy's. It was girls' night. The money I'm gonna spend on the streets, I'd rather spend it on my kids. Another thing to look at. Like, do you want to go spend money at the club? That money needs to go towards the
Plus,
bill.
his copy is. I remember blowing the income tax check in a weekend, but that's a whole other story. It was pre kids and wife. Shout out to my cousin. We had fun that weekend. So let's switch it up a little bit now. Dive a little bit into you. We have a brand new season that we just kicked off a few weeks back. What is it that
Yes.
we are expecting from this new season?
Okay, so this new season is titled Attachment Styles. I've been working on myself. I'm on like a self-help journey where I'm trying to find the old me that I once was before my life became chaotic and I let the chaos control me. So I'm trying to find balance with everything. So I'm glad that we did this episode because it fit right in, because it fit into how I looked at the balance of things, how I figured things out instead of just sitting there moping and crying about shit that only I could fix. So with this,
It's like I planned it out that way, isn't it?
it is, yeah. It was. I'm telling you, it was meant to be. Meant to be. When you hit me up, I was like, I ain't recording with nobody. No offense to no one, but I'm working hard on my season, so I'm focused. But when you hit me up, I can't say no to you. You're like the only person I can't say no to. So this
I get
season,
that. I get that a lot. I'm a pretty charming guy.
so this season is basically about knowing your attachment style. So there's three different attachment styles. There's the anxious, avoidant, and secure. And knowing your attachment style helps you learn who you are, and it helps you figure out why you are the way you are, why you love the way you love. It just falls into everything. So the goal for this season is to help people figure out their style so they can know how to work on the things they feel they need to work on and that make themselves a better person.
I
It's an
think the way
amazing
you
book.
kind of do. I think the way you kind of do that is make an accurate assessment of yourself. Make an honest and
Hmm.
accurate assessment of yourself. If you are out of shape when you look in the mirror, you can't go, man, that is a six pack. Like it doesn't work that way. You gotta look in there and be honest and keep it real with yourself. Because if you can't keep it real with you, how you can keep it real with me? And
Exactly.
you can't worry about what other people are seeing when they see you. Because like we just was talking about this earlier before we started. Nothing is worse than you being in your own way.
Hmm.
But you have to make a strong, accurate assessment of what it is that you are and what it is that you have in that mirror when you're making it.
Listen, there was a
Because
point in time where
my bad, the
that's
cash
what it
app is
was for me.
popping.
There was a point in time where it was like that for me. I'll give you a huge example. My hair. I'm one that every week nonstop I would go get my hair done, right? And my mom has been processing my hair, relaxing my hair since I was young. And faithfully, every 3 months, I would get my relaxer because I just didn't feel right unless my hair was relaxed. And right now, I'm going through the whole natural process. I'm letting it grow out. The old me, hell to the no, I would not be caught with my hair in a ponytail, bun, nothing. It always had to be straight down. And I realized that I've become like so dependent on what this whole image that people have of me that it was dumb. It was just stupid. I was just doing all these things to keep up an image that people had that doesn't even matter. Because at the
And the
end of the
thing
day, if I'm
about
not
that
loving
is,
myself, it doesn't matter.
yes, I'm about to say, like, you can't be worrying about, I want to do something to make everybody else happy, but I don't even really like it myself. So what the
Hmm.
hell are you doing that for? Who you here to impress? Other people or yourself? Like,
Exactly. I was killing my
uh,
hair. My hair wasn't growing, nothing. And now it's growing, and I'm feeling better. Got a little hang time going.
just don't get none of them. Don't get none of them old school AIs. Let's not do that.
No,
Last
but
thing.
the book is really good. It starts off with a quiz that you have to take on yourself. That once again, like you said, you have to be open and honest with those questions, and it helps you dive into stuff.
You
It's,
got any of those
it's
questions from this quiz that you remember offhand?
I remember offhand, no, but don't make me pull out my book. I got it right next to me.
So what you're saying is we can come back, use this quiz, and we can do this as an episode.
We definitely can.
Copy that. So what I'm saying, you see how things always roll together, baby. Marketing and promotion is how we make all these things happen with relationship building, things that we taught on How to Hustle seminars, which can still be purchased. If you just DM me at I am hype, you can get all 5 parts of the series, or you can just get them one at a time, however you would like to make that situation happen. Last thing before we go, before we wrap this one up right now, while working on yourself, what is the mm, what's the hardest thing that you've touched on so far?
The hardest thing is being consistent because I have been going through some issues on Instagram. Someone has been flagging clips that I've been posting, and it has been discouraging me. So the past couple of weeks, my consistency has just been like down the drain. By the way, this season I'm working with Sal from the Brunch Hour and Jay Christian from the Cognac Room podcast. They've been my co-hosts this season. Jay is a life coach, so like he gives great advice on whatever topic he's talking about. But consistency is the main thing because I've been so discouraged with that. It's just like why I don't understand why people take time out to do shit like that. Like we're all supposed to be out here supporting one another. It's
Boom.
something great.
There you go
That's
right
it,
there.
right?
We are
Yeah.
not all out here supposed to be positive. There, when in any religious text to tell you in the beginning of time, okay, there were Cain and Abel who went back and forth with each other. There has always been a situation where somebody has been there to create mischief and fuck things up. If we were all supposed to be on the straight and narrow, how boring would life be? If everybody was going 9 to 5, clock in and out, and I'll be in the house
Yeah.
with my kids. That's not the way things are supposed to be. So this is the false premise that we all set up for ourselves going, we all supposed to be supporting each other. No, the fuck we ain't, because some people are not doing good work that you don't want to support. Some people are
Mhm.
making the genre bad for us all, okay? Giving us all a bad name.
Unfortunately. Mhm.
So we can't say we all supposed to do X, Y, and Z because that ain't what we all here for. Some people are here just to fuck up the whole thing.
It's
You
true. And with this season, I kid you not, it's been like hiccup after hiccup after hiccup. It's been so much things that I've been dealing with. Kids and I caught COVID. My youngest son caught meningitis. He was admitted in the hospital. It's been nonstop. A whole bunch of things that another person will get discouraged and be like, you know, I forget it. I can't focus this season. Because, I'm going through so much with my family. But podcasting is my escape. Podcasting is my therapy. So I can't let it go because this right here is my me time. It's a time that I have to speak to someone that I know is actually interested in listening to what I have to say and can give me, any type of advice, constructive criticism that I may need. So in life, you're going to get a whole bunch of things that are going to discourage you, like you said, but you got to make time for the things you love. And here we are.
copy that. And that's how we're going to wrap up episode 88 of How to Hustle Podcast for Hype. Appreciate y'all hitting the button. Bart, appreciate you coming on. We are out.